The National Electrical Code, or NEC, specifies the maximum number of bedrooms permitted on a single arc fault circuit interrupter, or AFCI, circuit. The NEC sets this limit to 3 bedrooms per AFCI circuit. This regulation is primarily focused on enhancing electrical fire safety. AFCI circuits are designed to detect and interrupt dangerous electrical arcs, which are a common cause of residential fires. Electrical arcs can occur due to damaged wiring, loose connections, or faulty appliances. These arcs generate heat and can ignite nearby flammable materials, leading to a fire. By limiting the number of bedrooms on an AFCI circuit, the NEC aims to reduce the potential for multiple sources of arcing faults on a single circuit. More bedrooms connected to one AFCI circuit means more outlets, more appliances, and thus a greater chance of an arcing fault occurring. If an arcing fault occurs, the AFCI circuit will trip, cutting off the power to the circuit and preventing a fire from starting. If too many bedrooms are on one circuit, a single fault could affect a larger area of the dwelling. The AFCI circuit breaker is designed to detect these faults by monitoring the electrical current for unusual patterns that indicate arcing. When an arc is detected, the circuit breaker quickly trips, interrupting the flow of electricity and preventing a fire. AFCI protection is required in bedroom circuits to protect occupants while they sleep. Bedrooms often contain a variety of electrical devices, such as lamps, phone chargers, and televisions, which can be potential sources of arcing faults. The NEC mandates AFCI protection for these circuits to reduce the risk of electrical fires. It is important to adhere to the NEC guidelines when wiring bedrooms to ensure the safety of the occupants. Exceeding the limit of 3 bedrooms per AFCI circuit can compromise the effectiveness of the AFCI protection and increase the risk of an electrical fire. Always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local electrical codes for specific requirements and interpretations. The NEC is updated every 3 years to reflect changes in technology and safety practices. Local electrical codes may also have additional requirements or amendments to the NEC. When installing or modifying electrical circuits, it is essential to use qualified electricians who are familiar with the NEC and local codes. A qualified electrician can ensure that the wiring is done safely and correctly and that the AFCI protection is properly installed and functioning. It's also worth noting that the NEC provides specific requirements for testing AFCI circuits to ensure they are working properly. These tests should be performed by a qualified electrician after the installation of the circuit and periodically thereafter. If an AFCI circuit breaker trips frequently, it may indicate a problem with the wiring or an appliance connected to the circuit. In this case, it is important to investigate the cause of the tripping and correct the problem before resetting the circuit breaker. Ignoring frequent tripping of an AFCI circuit breaker can increase the risk of an electrical fire. When working on electrical circuits, always follow safe work practices, including turning off the power to the circuit at the circuit breaker before starting any work. Use appropriate personal protective equipment, such as insulated gloves and safety glasses. Never work on electrical circuits when you are wet or standing in water. Electrical safety is paramount, and following the NEC guidelines and safe work practices is essential to prevent electrical fires and protect occupants. The NEC is not just a set of rules, it is a comprehensive guide to safe electrical installations. It is based on years of experience and research and is constantly updated to reflect the latest knowledge and best practices. By following the NEC, electricians and homeowners can ensure that their electrical systems are safe and reliable. When it comes to AFCI protection, it is always better to err on the side of caution. If you are unsure about the requirements or have any questions, consult a qualified electrician. They can provide expert advice and ensure that your electrical system is up to code and safe. Understanding the NEC requirements for AFCI circuits is crucial for anyone involved in electrical work, whether you are an electrician, a contractor, or a homeowner. By staying informed about the latest codes and best practices, you can help prevent electrical fires and protect lives. Always remember that electricity is a powerful force and should be treated with respect. By following the NEC and safe work practices, you can minimize the risks associated with the electricity and enjoy the benefits of a safe and reliable electrical system. Firstly, the NEC is a set of standards. Secondly, these standards protect against electrical hazards. Thirdly, following these standards are a must. The NEC specifies that the maximum number of bedrooms on a single AFCI circuit should not exceed 3. This regulation is in place to minimize the risk of electrical fires, which can be caused by arcing faults. Arc fault circuit interrupters, or AFCIs, are designed to detect and quickly interrupt these dangerous arcs before they can ignite nearby materials. The more bedrooms on a single AFCI circuit, the higher the potential for arcing faults due to the increased number of outlets, appliances, and wiring connections. By limiting the number of bedrooms, the NEC helps to reduce the overall risk of fire. The purpose of the AFCI is to protect people and property from the dangers of electrical fires. The NEC is updated regularly to reflect changes in technology and safety practices, so it's essential to stay informed about the latest requirements. Local electrical codes may also have additional requirements or amendments to the NEC, so it's important to check with your local authorities. When installing or modifying electrical circuits, it's always best to consult with a qualified electrician who is familiar with NEC and local codes. They can ensure that the wiring is done safely and correctly and that the AFCI protection is properly installed and functioning. Remember that electrical safety is paramount, and following the NEC guidelines and safe work practices is essential to prevent electrical fires and protect lives. Ignoring the NEC requirements can have serious consequences, including electrical fires, injuries, and even death. The NEC is not just a set of rules, it is a comprehensive guide to safe electrical installations, and it should be followed diligently. In addition to limiting the number of bedrooms on an AFCI circuit, the NEC also specifies other requirements for AFCI protection, such as the types of circuits that must be protected and the locations where AFCI protection is required. For example, the NEC typically requires AFCI protection for all branch circuits that supply outlets in bedrooms, living rooms, dining rooms, and other areas of the home. The NEC also specifies the types of AFCIs that are acceptable for use, such as branch circuit AFCIs and outlet branch circuit AFCIs. Branch circuit AFCIs protect the entire branch circuit, while outlet branch circuit AFCIs protect only the outlets on the circuit. When selecting an AFCI, it's important to choose one that is listed and labeled by a recognized testing laboratory, such as Underwriters Laboratories or ALL. This ensures that the AFCI has been tested and certified to meet the applicable safety standards. It's also important to install the AFCI correctly, following the manufacturer's instructions. Improper installation can compromise the effectiveness of the AFCI and increase the risk of an electrical fire. After installing an AFCI, it's important to test it to ensure that it is working properly. This can be done by pressing the test button on the AFCI. If the AFCI trips, it is working properly. If the AFCI does not trip, it may be defective and should be replaced. AFCIs are an important part of a comprehensive electrical safety plan, but they are not a substitute for other safety measures, such as proper wiring, grounding, and overcurrent protection. It's important to have a qualified electrician inspect your electrical system regularly to ensure that it is safe and up to code. If you have any questions about AFCI protection or other electrical safety issues, consult with a qualified electrician. They can provide expert advice and help you to protect your home and family from electrical hazards. The AFCI is an important safety device, and it's essential to understand how it works and how to use it properly. By following the NEC guidelines and safe work practices, you can help prevent electrical fires and protect lives. The NEC is a living document that is constantly updated to reflect changes in technology and safety practices. It's important to stay informed about the latest requirements and to follow them diligently. Electrical safety is everyone's responsibility, and by working together, we can create a safer environment for ourselves and our families. Let's say, for example, the scenario of a house. With the 3-bedroom limit, one AFCI circuit would have 3 bedrooms on it. The next AFCI circuit could have, for example, the living room and dining room. It is important to note that the National Electrical Code should be followed as a guide and not taken lightly.